Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Good morning from Australia. Uh, I know I said I'd do a daily dose of Dynasty Heroes, so I do apologize for not uploading any content relating to Dynasty Scrolls. I did a Dynasty Heroes one yesterday actually, but no Dynasty Scrolls related. The reason being is, well, there's probably not a lot of content to cover, except for your generic making progress. But B, I was actually really pissed off with the way that they've done some of the stages in the Beast realm. So I'll show you kind of. We can maybe make this into a part one after I do all my daily shit and show you some tips and tricks. And then maybe part two when I finally hit level 70 and see if that actually makes a difference. Because I feel like I've found, and to be honest, this is probably not anywhere else in the game in terms of like a hard level cap, where it's, if you'll notice the game set up in a way that, so even in trial of the tower trials, even in the expedition trials, there's always like a place where you can gain some form of advantage if you're a lower power level, i.e. you can get buff stats in the trial, or you can buff like specific stats in the expedition. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm sure most people know what I mean. But as you blitz the level, you can select certain stats based on how many stars you get. So, like, all of this essentially makes it possible for me to go up against people that are two times my power level or one and a half times my power level and win. And I'll give you an example here. I should be able to beat this guy at 148 million. I'm 109 million at the moment. I can hit skip. So it's a guaranteed win, right? So there are like little features in the game that allow you to push past your generic level, right? And in Expedition, there's one here as well. So if you go into this kind of combat area, in the skill tree option, as you can see, it allows you to pick specific skills to buff your party that can potentially help you move past some difficult levels without having to spend too much currency to do so. However, in the Beast campaign, and we'll get to that in a second after I do all the other things, it gets very frustrating because there's nothing there. And for those that know already, please drop some sections, well, comments in the section down below and be like, yeah, I fucking know what you're talking about. That shit's bullshit. Because to me it is, and it's got nothing to do with my party because I've tested it. I feel like I'm harping on about this. I should get in with the actual. Let's talk about other things besides that, and I'll cover that in a second. But yeah, it pissed me off yesterday. But anyway, let's get into it. Daily deals. Make sure you're grabbing that if you purchase it through subscription. Arena mini trial is available. You can smash it 120 times, and you'll get some weapon currency. Honestly, it's not too bad an idea in terms of collecting training pills, and you get some gold as well. I feel like that's probably incentive enough to go in here and smash that out. So I'll probably be doing that in a second. There isn't another sort of flash sale, I guess, is the word we're going to use. And I looked at it and I was like, yeah, it's not too bad in terms of like the value. But then I also thought to myself, what am I really gonna do with three shards of a Conqueror set? You know what I mean? It's like, if I own, where am I ever gonna be in a situation where I don't have a full like Conqueror set? Because I don't know where you can get shards from, and that's kind of, I'm a bit like, where do you get these shards from outside of like the Annihilation event and things like that? Because you can basically get the full set in the Annihilation event. So where am I getting these fucking shards from? So why am I spending this money? And that was my thought process. And so I kind of skipped that. But as you get going down, you get into the heavy stuff here, which is the Serpent Halberd is the new weapon that's unlocked on this server. So basically, I always look at it at stage 4. Although I guess the reality is not most people aren't getting there, so we can look at it from a skill based. Each 4 stages. So stage 4, it upgrades the amount of damage it does, and then stage 7 is the last variation of it. But yeah, that's really, really expensive. Something to think about in the long term though. So when HP is above 50%, any attacker has a 60% chance to deal physical damage to the enemy with the highest attack and other enemies in the vicinity. So it's like a splash effect. Um, it has a 50% chance to trigger 2 times, a 10% chance to trigger 3 times, and then you increase basically the person that's equipped the accuracy by 20% for 2 rounds. So in terms of accuracy is a counter to evasion, which is like dodge. So the higher your accuracy is, the less they have a dodge chance against you. In terms of that, there's probably not too many builds out there, at least not specifically that I've seen, that have a high evasion. I'm not saying that's not a viable build down the track. If you wanted to get into end game nitty gritty strategizing, I'd love to do that at some point. But for me, you essentially just want to have divine weapons because that's everyone's going to end up there. Um, would you spend $150 to do it? No. The reason being is you need 100 shards. So You would wait for the corresponding treasury event, which will probably roll around in a day or two. Uh, Maybe could be a little bit longer. Who knows? But essentially, you do 80 loops here, and you get 60 of those shards. So you actually end up getting 60 of these shards. Where are we? Come on, flash sale. Show me the goods. So yeah, you basically will get 60 of these shards for free by doing the arena loop. You need 80 of the weapon currency to do it, which costs about, I want to say, less than 10k. I don't know. If you got 10k ignates, you're probably good to go. Most people can still accrue those weapon tokens pretty early on. All you need to do is go into your Legion, go to your Legion shop, and you purchase these 3 a day. You also get, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 2 a day from here. So, I mean, you can get 5 a day essentially for free. You do get your free one, so make sure you do that every day. You get a free one. And of course, you will purchase them during the event. So, 10 is 1800. Um, Honestly, not a bad idea to just hoard those ones specifically for those mini events. But yeah, it looks like the new weapon's coming out, which is interesting. Uh, we've still got the transformation event going on, so if you do purchase those things, you can get 3 a day for $1.59, which is not bad. Uh, this is an interesting choice. If you do your daily recharges for 7 days, or well, for 5 days, I believe, you actually get a selection chest and you can pull out a full copy of elite gear. Is it worth it at this point in the game? Probably not, because you can get most things from the Tower of Trials for free in the shard form. Um, moving on. Wish Shop. This event's rolled around, so this is the Conquest event. Let me show you how I do my Conquest. So I wanna replenish my troops to 100. What's this guy? Yeah, this looks good. I'm gonna go over here. Gonna go to Q, bad boy right here, and we're just gonna challenge him 5 times. And challenge him 5 times more, and we're gonna die. And then we're going to replenish my troops, and we're going to go in there. We're going to relocate, and then we're going to challenge him. Oh, you guessed it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to challenge him 5 more times, and we're going to die. And we're just going to sit there, and we might replenish the troops because we've got enough. So that's how I strategize it. That's the simplest, easiest way to do any conquest. Honestly, all this like go and attack other fucking people in there, that's just bullshit. Don't do it. You don't have to. There's no point going and finding like the little ones. Oh yeah, and by the way, you actually get missions completed by doing this. So I think this might blow some people's fucking minds a little bit in the terms of you don't actually need to go and farm people. By the way, that's the pro tip of the day. If you want an easy solution that doesn't involve any form of strategy to bypass the stupidity of Siege in itself, go and do that. It doesn't cost you anything, as you saw. Not a single gold piece of Ignite was spent doing that strategy. But yeah. Anyway, as we move on, I'd like to point out that I've claimed this already. I did this yesterday. However, the tasks are still available. So don't be fooled. Make sure you're doing this. You will get to do this every single day for the entirety of the event. You will miss out on resources if you don't do it, even if you have finished it. Don't fall into that trap. Make sure you're getting it. Why? You're going to get some premium currency. Not bad. You're also going to get some of these. Again, not bad. So make sure you're continuing to do that. Transformation, last day of transformation. Collect all of these little things from your daily, I guess you want to call them, activities. Let's do a 10 bomb because there's no point in saving up. Let's be honest. Oh, did we get like an actual good one? Hey, we actually got a paper charm. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? We got a paper charm. All right, that's not bad. Honestly, the drop rate percentages for a paper charm is pretty low in terms of how to get it. You can get the shards, and you'll need about 160 of those little spackaroons to be able to build one paper charm. As you can see, I do have the opportunity now to go in and pick a epic avatar out of any nation. If you haven't watched what I was explaining for the transformation shop prior to this, check out that video. Basically, your avatar, your protagonist, is not bound to a particular nation, so you don't get a nation bonus or a disadvantage. Pick whoever you want to fit in your team strategy. At the moment, Warlord maximizes AoE and poison damage, as well as minor control buffs. They did expand on the avatar range, which I feel like they should have done from fucking day one, but they did it today. So that's fine. So you can actually buy out 3 different versions of the legendary avatar. I believe they added maybe 1 additional epic. Unfortunately for here, they have not got me. I'm tempted to do UG. I like UG, I like him. But honestly, I wouldn't mind Dong Zhao. Dong Zhao is a beast. If you don't know who Dong Zhao is, um, he's this dude, and he's just a monster. He's a monster. I quite like him. I actually like UG as well. To be honest, I like both of them. But in terms of avatar, I don't think I'll be making a selection just yet. I might down the track now that I have that paper. Claim those out. All right, moving on. Is there anything else that we need to talk about on this screen? No. Okay, let's get into the nitty gritty. Mechanical ox. What did I do to get myself one of these? I'll show you. Basically, the reason I don't have very much gold left anymore is because I would go into the beast shop and I would buy this dude for gems. The reason that I wanted to buy this guy using the gold ignite / gem currency. Sorry if I confuse anyone, but I'm always talking about gold. Basically, I wanted this guy because he does front row damage, triggers once per battle. So when your hero dies, you deal. It's basically it triggers when the hero dies. Okay, and this of course. So when the enemy hero dies, then it triggers this. So you kind of want the mechanical bird and the mechanical ox, because they kind of coincide. I.e., when your team, one of your members dies, then you trigger the ox, and then when they die, you trigger the bird. it's a powerful combo, and I'm going to show you why it's a powerful combo in a second. As we go into here, you need these beast pills. So the only reason you want to do the realm of the beast is essentially to get beast pills. Um, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So you want to go to this guy every single day. As you saw, I pressed this little walking thing up here. You click the highest one because you don't need to worry too much about it. Then you just go there. You bash these guys up. This is all fairly self-explanatory, and I feel like most people at this point of the game are already doing this. You should be doing this every day just so you get those beast pills. You'll need that to level up your monsters. You also get some gold too. I think you get like 100 ignits, if I'm not mistaken. You can smash these guys, I think, about 10 times. Now, as I'm talking about this, there is this stupidity around progressing in this realm, right? So I'll show you on the map in a second once I get out of here. But basically, you start off like nice and easy. You go and do all your missions and all that sort of stuff, and you'll be like, oh yeah, this is cool. It lulls you into a false sense of security. Don't be fooled. Because to progress any further, you need to build. You need to be able to attack the boss, right, to unlock the next chapter. So the boss is this guy up here. Now it's going to tell me that my recommended power level is to beat this is 74.5 million, right? I'm 109, nearly 110 million. I'm going to give you some examples as to why this is a fairly broken system. Um, Now, I've changed this up. I've put Dao Chan slot 1, I put Zhu Jiang slot 2 to get the silence and rage debuffs. If you are new to the game, this is all going to be confusing, but if you do understand a little bit about the mechanics, um, basically, you just want to get as many debuffs out as possible when you're in situations that are semi-unbeatable. Now, one thing I didn't try before was to change my protagonist's avatar back to the original. So mechanical oct triggers because I died once, but once the enemy teams dies, you see what's going on here? Now wait for this, wait for this. So that's number 2. So these guys have got 2 beasts attacking me, right? I might win this. By sheer luck, I may win this. No, couldn't win it. And you know the irony is, right? We didn't even see his third beast trigger. They actually have a third beast, the fucking ape. So you're essentially up against the team that has 3 of these fucking mystical beasts, right? And spoiler alert, I like to swear a bit in this scenario. That's the closest I've ever got of actually winning. Because I feel like I changed it up with the avatar to do it in the rotation. But here's the problem. How is this a 75 million recommended fight? And just like if you want to like have a like be like, oh, your team's weak. I'm like, no, it's not. It really isn't at all. So before you go, oh, you got a weak team, I'm like, yeah, no, I really don't. And there you go, that was number 3. And then all of a sudden it's like now it's just me and Yuju going on. And I mean, these guys have got can you see this? You know what I'm saying? Like 74 million recommended power, but this guy just smacks me with this combo that just makes you go, yeah, right. Mad cringe. I'm actually gonna go like this. I'll put Dongjia up the front. Let's see if I can silence, stun, and rage reduce. So Dao Chan is silence, PB. He has a stun chance, or she has a stun chance. Zhu Jiang has a rage reduction. Then you've got poison, and then you've got raw DPS, and then poison in the back row. I don't honestly. I don't think that it's gonna assist me if I run a healing setup. I tried it with a priest once, Hao Tao, who's still fully buffed. Sitting in my reserves. I tried it with him. Didn't get anywhere. I don't know. maybe it is RNG based, but from about the 12 battles I fought here, not once did I remotely get anywhere trying to beat these guys. So this is why I'm probably going to end it with a part 1, and then part 2 will be me when I get to level 70. So when I get to level 70, I unlock my second beast, and I'm like 90% positive I'm going to be able to kill them if I don't pass it here. I'd be very happy if I pass it here, but I won't, because you're going to take my back row with that fucking beast. Do you see this? Do you see this? I'm like 30 million higher than these clowns, and yet they managed to kill me. I love that. At least I blocked him there, and then dead. Yeah. Rightio. So basically, when I unlock the level 70, which should be at some point today, potentially early tomorrow, I'm gonna come up with a part 2, and we're going to attempt to show you that maybe there is in fact a hard cap on the Realm of Beasts. But I don't think I've seen anyone really talk about that yet. If they have, I'm sorry, but I haven't really seen anyone really discuss that to date. Hopefully this has been entertaining / informative. But I'll catch you in the next one. Yeah, I do actually, just before I go, I do have the links as well. So if I swap this guy, I actually have a links ready to go. Um, so we should be able to pass it just by using that. I feel like that's the hidden thing is you need to be level 70 to get past that Realm of Beasts level anyway. All right, well, I'll catch you in the next one.